Hello, and welcome to Health and Family Science. This is our first instructional video with Mr. Molasani. Today we're looking at the essence of what this class is all about. What is health? And we're going to look at the difference between health and wellness. They're very much connected. Wellness is another important term you should know about. This class is called Health and Family Science, but it could very easily be called Wellness and Family Science. So we're going to start off with a video. Kids a little bit older than you in a college setting discussing what it is that they think health is. And health is so very important. The greatest wealth is health. Obviously, we're taking so many precautions these days to try to maintain our health and the health of those around us through this time of COVID pandemic. So, as I said, this first video introduces you to some perspectives of kids a little bit older than you and what they think health is and its importance.
To me is waking up every morning and feeling great about myself, feeling like I want to live the day and just feel what the day has in store for me.
Health to me is when your body is functioning 100% without drugs and without disease. That's health to me.
Health to me is more than just feeling good and looking good and your body working at 100%. It's forming the habits so that your body can work at 100% for life.
Health to me is staying fit, eating right, maintaining full control of your body systems.
Health to me is a combination of good nutrition, stress management, the removal of interference within your nervous system.
Health to me is happiness every day I wake up.
Health to me is being at your optimum wellness and being happy with yourself.
Health is the total body wellness, physically, mentally, and spiritually.
The whole body feeling of health, wellness, mind, body, and spirit. And it's just knowing how you feel and being able to wake up every morning, smile on your face.
Health to me is simply being happy, and that entitles taking care of your body, your mind, and your soul.
Health to me is it's a whole lifestyle. It's about eating right, exercising, and maintaining a proper nervous system.
Health to me is like both being strong enough for the body and the mind to handle all the stress. And I think health involves being perform everything at the optimal level.
Health is the most important thing for all living beings. I believe health is life.
Okay, so you heard the word health and wellness said a lot in that video, and how important it really is, health and wealth. Who wouldn't want more energy in their day, more confidence, more happiness? And all these things are kind of related to being healthy. So what is health? Again, happiness. Aim for a positive attitude. It's getting enough sleep. They say most people it's 7 to 8. At your age, guys, it's more like 9 hours you guys should be getting each night. And a lot of you aren't getting that. So that's very, very important to just allow your body to be refreshed each and every day. Drink plenty of water, eating the right diet, the proper nutrition, eating whole foods, staying away from the highly processed food, and to get proper exercise, enough of it. I know when the lockdowns started and people were kind of penned up in their homes, they weren't getting a lot of exercise. So it's so important that every day at your age, you're getting about 60 minutes, at least 30 minutes a day out and about moving your body. So when you talk about what is health, it's a state of absolute physical, mental, and social well-being. It's more just than the absence of disease. So it's not being sick. It's much more than that. So the difference between health and wellness, again, just stated, health is a state of absolute physical, mental, and social well-being. It's kind of the end game, that you are healthy. But how do we get healthy? How do we stay healthy? The whole process of getting and staying healthy is living well, a sense of wellness. It's the overall balance of your physical, social, emotional, intellectual, environmental, and spiritual well-being. So proactive, like doing things in advance, putting a lot of time and minds, just putting up your efforts towards promoting, improving your overall health. Okay, so wellness is more of the process involved. So we're going to look at these 6 dimensions of health, each of them individually. And me personally, when I think health, I immediately go to the physical domain, probably because the coach in me and my love for sports and athletics. So I often that's the one that comes to mind first. So physical health is a dimension that requires, again, as I mentioned, eating well, exercising regularly, avoiding harmful habits, and making responsible decisions about your lifestyle. It's being proactive. Again, it's taking accountability and responsibility for yourself and thinking ahead in doing those things. And it's positive daily choices that you make. And these give us energy. They help us to have more endurance and stamina so we can do things for long periods of time without being tired. It enhances the way you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, and it affects how many years you'll live eventually and the quality of that life that you have. So as I mentioned, some of the ways you can improve your physical well-being is to getting that minimum 30 minutes a day of exercise, shooting more for like 60, eating a nutritious diet, again, whole foods, less processed, reduce the amount of sugar in our diets, and getting plenty of water, trying to maintain an appropriate weight, practicing good hygiene, getting enough sleep, saying no to drugs, which includes alcohol and nicotine products, including vaping, avoid exposure to other people's smoke as well, and having those routine doctor's visits, those yearly physicals, all of these things pertain to your physical health. All right. Moving on next to your intellectual wellness. As it says on the screen, it's being open to new ideas, being creative, thinking critically, abstractly, and seeking out new challenges. So it's not limiting yourself. You're not Popeye. You know, I am what I am, and that's all that I am. You need to realize that, like everything else, your body's in growth, so is your mind. Okay? So one of the things we'll be going deeper into in my class this year is growth mindset. What is your mindset? We don't want a fixed mindset where we don't think we have room for improvement. And we're not fearful of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to grow. You can learn to grow and learn to do anything. Challenges help you to grow. And that feedback is so important. So again, back to this intellectual dimension, it's about expanding your knowledge, your skills, and your abilities through ongoing personal growth and development. So it's important that you're maintaining an active, open mind, seeking out all kinds of opportunities to stretch and challenge your mind, maintaining the capacity to question and think critically. There's a lot of things you can do to improve this area. Again, not being afraid to take on new challenges, to learn for the sake of learning, pursuing interests outside of what you typically spend your time doing, developing effective study skills and using your time well, being interested in other people's points of view, even playing the video games that you play. More strategy-based games are important. Establishing the right habits is so important. That's why your ELA teachers want you to read so much. Every night, you should be getting that 20 to 30 minutes every night. And as I mentioned, the importance of having a growth mindset. So all of those pertain to your intellectual, the mental you. Okay. Moving on. The next one is the emotional you. Sometimes we call this mental health. So the emotional wellness is having a positive attitude, high self-esteem, a strong sense of self, and the ability to recognize and share a wide range of feelings with others in a constructive way. As you can see, each of these dimensions, I go through them, are very different, but they're all interconnected. Because I just mentioned self-esteem a moment ago with your intellectual health. But obviously, if I'm taking care of my body physically, that's also improving my feelings of self. All right. So they were connected. So back to emotional wellness, again, requires ongoing self-examination and includes the ability to express and accept wide-ranging feelings in yourself and others. It's engaging in satisfying relationships based on mutual trust and respect. It's understanding your limitations, but being confident you have unique abilities that you could take advantage of, okay, and use properly. It's coping effectively with stress, and every day has a certain amount of stress, taking responsibility for your actions, and developing an enthusiastic lifestyle of an optimistic approach to life, having a good attitude. So some ways you can improve this is by being positive with yourself and not getting down on yourself so quickly when things don't, everybody makes mistakes. Things aren't always going to work out in our favor. Being satisfied with your performance, effectively coping with life's ups and downs, trying not to be so judgmental with other people, owning your own mistakes and learning from them, saying no without feeling guilty, and finally finding it easy to laugh. Laughter is so important to one's mental health. emotional health. We need laughter each and every day. A day without laughter is a wasted day. Okay? So emotional well-being. Next, environmental health. And this is probably the newest addition because usually we talk about the 5 dimensions. I like to throw this in. As you get older, there's other dimensions like involving financial health and occupational health. But I included this one in because especially when we were getting so trapped in our homes, getting out in the environment is so very important, so important to nurturing our inner self. So the environmental dimension encompasses a healthy relationship with the earth and its resources, a healthy relationship with your personal surroundings, okay? So it involves things like protecting yourself from environmental hazards such as noise, chemicals, pollution, ultraviolet radiation from the sun. It's caring for and organizing your personal and professional space. That's what we talk about, like when you're doing your virtual learning. Make sure you have the proper place to do the work without all of the distractions. You're just setting yourself up for success. So that environmental factor is really important. Conserving your resources and leading a lifestyle that is respectful for your immediate surroundings and the community that you live in and the planet. So all of those kind of things are involved in the environmental dimension. So how can you improve this part of your wellness? Is recycling and reducing waste and conserving energy and water, protecting yourself from environmental hazards, enjoying your environment. Go for a walk, biking, using different forms of transportation with or without your family and with your friends. Clean and organize and remove clutter from your bedroom. From we don't have lockers right now, but you will. From your backpack, keeping that nice and neat reduces our stress level. Spending time in nature. Finding special places where you can relax and clear your mind. Those are also important, okay? So that's the environmental dimension. A lot of you guys love camping and hiking and biking and just enjoying the outdoors. The next area is the spiritual wellness. This one's very important to me. The spiritual dimension involves exploring the key principles, beliefs, and values that give life meaning and purpose, the purpose of your life. It does involve one's religious beliefs, a belief in God or some other religious, a higher power. It involves that, but it also is living in a way that is consistent with your worldview, while also being tolerant of others who hold different beliefs and values than you. So spiritual wellness provides the capacity to love freely, to show compassion to others, to forgive others, to serve or volunteer for others, to experience joy, to seek fulfillment. So it's kind of an inner peace. I like the word quietude. It's like a quiet attitude. You're at peace with yourself and where you are in the world. So this one's really, really important because some people, they kind of get lost and we call it disenfranchised. They're just not happy much of the time because spiritually they're kind of lost. So this is very, very important for those people that have a form of a religion or a belief, that worshiping and praying and meditation are ways that they nurture the spiritual side. They know and live out their values, their beliefs, their convictions. Again, they can be more tolerant, these ways to improve it, be more tolerant of the values and beliefs of others, discover what gives your life meaning and direction, view life as a learning experience and look expectantly towards the future in a good, positive way. As I mentioned, volunteering and serving your community and family members is really, really important too. We like to know that we're making a difference. Set life goals and work towards achieving them. And make time every day for personal reflection. As you guys know, I talked about that word reflection as a part of what we do in our class. You actually get a grade for that for some of the warm-ups and ticket outs. Just reflecting on your life, what's going on, and areas to improve. Okay? So that's the spiritual dimension. And lastly, there's the social. And I saved this one for last, but for a lot of you guys, this is the one that you kind of miss the most when you got locked out of, from school and not seeing friends so much. This is a really key, important point. So social wellness involves building relationships with others, dealing with conflict appropriately, and connecting to a positive social network, friends and family. So it's our relationships, our interactions with others. And this also involves social media. So the social dimension encourages in connecting with others, contributing to one's community, and with the understanding that satisfying relationships are basic to physical and emotional health. So again, they're all really kind of interconnected. So social dimension involves developing personal, positive interpersonal skills, your ability to communicate well, social skills, cultivating a strong network of friends and family, taking an active part in your community, and living in harmony with others in your environment. So what you can do again is develop support networks with friends and family, reaching out. If things aren't going well, you socially, you can reach out to your teachers, your parents, you can go to your counselors. So get involved with school. I know a lot of our clubs are going to be virtual, but there's going to be those virtual clubs that you can take part in. And lastly, we'll bring again the social media part, because that could be a silent killer to mental health, because a lot of people are downright abusive. On Twitter, a lot of people, all they do is they harass others and that kind of thing. So it's important to just practice good, we call it netiquette, which is online etiquette. If you want people to treat you better, treat others better idea. And this is the acronym we kind of go by. So before you click or send, it's always important to think. Is it that what I'm about to do, is it true? Is it H, helpful? Is it I, inspiring? Is it improving, helping someone? Is it N, necessary? And K, kind? So if you could say yes, yes, yes to all of those, it's probably safe to send. Okay, so just always think when using social media, because once you send it, you can't get it back. And another term kind of related to health and wellness is fitness. And later on, when we get into personal health and safety, and we talk about things like nutrition, we will bring up the concept of fitness in different ways you can become bigger, stronger, and faster. And for the athletes, this is something they're very much interested in as well. Okay, so that pretty much is what's the 6 dimensions of health and wellness. And so live well, guys. Let's go Eagles. A good starting point to what we'll be doing in this health class. So thank you for listening and watching this. You will go on eventually. There's an assessment you will finish. There's a website also that if you need to reflect back on all of these, there's a website that has a lot of the same information. Okay. If you have any other questions, reach out to me during office hours or send me an email. Okay. So have a great day.